96.7 FM Pasco, 102.9 FM South Tampa, 970 WFLA, all over Tampa Bay.
Ryan Gorman here with Aaron Jacobson, Katie Bacino, and James Berlander on the board. And joining us on the hotline right now, we have Dr. Mark Sherwood, Fox News Radio healthy living analyst, to talk about how TikTok is inundating teens with eating disorder videos. Dr. Sherwood, thanks so much for coming on the show. We had heard about with that document dump involving Facebook and Instagram. We had heard how Instagram was impacting young girls. What is TikTok doing?
Well, it's impacting young girls and young people in general at a whole new level. I looked at some of those videos, and I was just completely disturbed at specifically that corpse diet. That was shocking to me, and the ability that we as parents have today, as educators, whatever the case may be, is getting affected by social media. And we need to step in and begin to understand really what's going on and address it.
What is the corpse diet?
It is a diet. I use that term loosely, but it's a behavior that is geared towards creating the boniest, skinniest, most deathly look about people. I know that sounds unbelievable, but when you see it, it is so disturbing from a psychological and an emotional and a physical point of view that it makes you not even look. It makes you have deep, deep compassion. And it made me rethink as an individual what struggles that young people are going through these days in regard to, how much media is actually influencing their behavior.
And the algorithm for TikTok that was driving these videos to accounts that apparently the Wall Street Journal created as part of an investigation. They registered as 13-year-olds, and these types of videos kept coming up in their feed, right?
They did, and the interesting thing about it, I've been asked numerous times, why do you think that is? Why do you think these teens or preteens are gravitating towards that? And my response has been, just thinking through this, I believe they're looking for identity. They're looking for viewership. They're looking to expand their influences. They're kind of looking for love, if you will, in all the wrong places, like that old song used to say. But the idea of it is really this algorithm, and in the content therein, it needs to be monitored with a vigilance that is something we've never experienced before.
Yeah, and that brings me to my final question here. And again, we're joined by Dr. Mark Sherwood, a healthy living analyst. What advice do you have for parents to keep an eye on this kind of stuff, or to know if their child is heading down one of these rabbit holes on one of these social media platforms?
Well, first you have to look for and pay attention to warning signs. I mean, look for the person who's constantly weighing, constantly talking about getting smaller, look for their body image changing. If they're getting unhealthy in this behavior, look at who they're hanging out with. Those are the things you observe. Now, as far as a parent's involvement, you've got to get involved in their lives. Parents, listen to me. Get involved in your child's life. You're not being intrusive. You're being a parent. Love them. Don't judge them. Get in and have a conversation with them and cultivate and facilitate a great relationship so these things can be addressed, and the child has an outlet with you other than the TikTok group.
Dr. Mark Sherwood, Fox News Radio healthy living analyst, with us about how TikTok is inundating teens with eating disorder videos. Dr. Sherwood, thanks so much for taking the time to come on and talk about that. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Happy New Year. Appreciate you guys.